Hello my tarot and cat friends. We are now in Gemini Sun transit, so happy birthday to all Geminis. And of course, when the sign switches, this is the time for my monthly forecasts. So this time around, we are going to have 6 different amazing in-depth spreads specifically designed to capture all your energies. So I'm starting with my version of a double cross spread to give us love forecasts. Then I'm going to follow it with Lenormand separately for ladies and gents. So that's going to give us both general and love situation overview. Then I'll move into the Gypsy spreads, and it's also going to be separated for ladies, gents, and couples. So if you guys are on or off, or if you're going through a temporary separation or recent breakup, you probably would be the best to check both singles and couples. Promotions this month, just join my Facebook and enter to win one of the 3 20-minute readings with me. So each like, comment, and share will win you one entry toward the contest. And of course, please subscribe, like, and share this video, and contact me for your personal forecast or reading. X reading is 45 until the end of the month, and then it will go to 50, so take advantage of that. Enough of the introduction, right? So let's see what's upcoming this month. Hi Scorpio, let's see your monthly, what is month bringing for you. So let's see, in the past, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune reversed over here. So it is telling me that certain things were not in your control, and things were happening maybe completely out of context and out of balance. Knave of Pentacles, certain things were not going forward, and looks like you wanted to work, or somebody wanted to work on a relationship, and the other person maybe didn't want to move forward with the same direction. And the Knight of Swords talks about no fear kind of a thing, communication, kind of bold actions. And when these two things happen after the Wheel of Fortune, it tells me that really they were not successful, because it looks like somebody didn't want to go forward. So like this kind of like could felt very intrusive. So you really try to resurrect your relationship or work on something, but it kind of like felt kind of like out of your control over here. What else do we have here? Unrequited love. And I don't really disagree with this. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. But then you have like, I mean, the High Priestess reversed. This can actually talk about your kids as well, for those of you that are married or have been with somebody, or that somebody's kids came in a way. This can also talk about secrets, that certain things were like in your way, that you didn't have a control over them because you were not privy to somebody's plans. It's like somebody was planning something to move forward and to move ahead. Again, there is like unrequited love, and somebody really wanted it, like Knight of Chalices, and this kind of like one partner really wanted to go ahead. This is talking about Knight in the Shining Armor. It talks about emotional healing. It talks about moving forward, but the other partner was holding it back, and I just like really didn't want to let you penetrate inside of it. Or it could be the children in between that were trying to foster this kind of like change happens. But so this is where you stand, like you're kind of like feeling that something is unachievable to you, and you're trying to put your best foot forward, being the most romantic, the most giving, and kind of like try to see how to get there. This also could mean that there was a third person that was involved, that kind of like messed up your household here as well. So the bottom of your deck, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And here, oh, the World. Oh, and the Ace of Chalices reversed. So yeah, this is like not starting. That would be like a start of something new, and this is basically saying that one phase is finishing, so something is coming to an end, entering a new phase. So some things will happen even though it doesn't look like you want it. It looks like you really don't want it. And like, come on, this is pretty much what I'm hearing in Scorpios, things like you just really don't, you're holding on to some kind of relationships, and this is again starting to have the same flavor. So let's see the root of it. Of course, wedding. The situation involves marriage, and then we have a Queen of Wands reversed. So this talks about your marriage. This talks about you wanting to be married. This talks about somebody else being married and kind of like being in your way. Queen of Wands talks about this is like not done on the proper grounds anymore. Queen of Wands upright is like really go-getter, make it happen, go, attractive, sexy. But this kind of like feels disconnected, there for the wrong reasons. Full reversed again. Doesn't feel like that this is a good place to be. It's not willing to go in that direction anymore. It's not willing to start. And it's like also either you or somebody feels backstabbed. But like also 10 of Swords, guys, is a card that says, you know, which part you didn't understand. You knew it. You knew about it. You knew that this is not working out. And guys, I keep repeating this many times, and it looks like your partner altogether is checking out. The partner is walking away, or somebody's walking away and leaving the other person brokenhearted and really devastated. This is not a good card to have. Really not good card to have. So I just finished Sagittarius, and they had something very similar. So I don't know, like, because this can also mean a fire sign. If kind of like there is just like one sign that is kind of affecting it, or more, because this kind of like full generally represents air signs, and swords are also air kind of flavor. So in any case, this is like really like some of you are in a relationship that you feel unfulfilled. You're really trying to fight for your relationship, and you see it says here, give your relationship a chance, but the other partner doesn't have the passion for it anymore. And 10 means it's the end. It's the ending of one phase and start of the new. The world is much stronger. It's karmic. It's nothing you can do. So I think this is coming to that point of understanding, like passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And the magician is like trying to manifest thing, and yeah, trying to manifest this marriage, but in the end not succeeding and being left out in the cold. It's also a worry, a financial worry over here. So you Scorpios are literally trying to think this relationship and manifesting it. This is a one. I think you're really harming yourself here, because this is not a good feeling to have, and it can hurt other people. But this is passion. This is really you. You are really not letting go. You're fighting for it, I think, until the end. But unfortunately, the end already has happened. You are already brokenhearted. You're fighting for things that are dead, guys. Because look, again, one partner, like it's maybe not you, maybe it's the other partner. It's maybe the other way around. It's one partner who's really attracted. You attract romantic life by enjoying this moment fully, and really wants to go back to the situation. See, like this is basically a card of walking away, 8 of chalices, and it is walking away even though you kind of still love these things, but it's kind of like when the price is high to pay. You really have to ask yourself why you're coming back. You are being backstabbed, and look, and it was a third person, 3 of Cups reversed. Like, you want to come back in spite of the third person being involved, and you really want to work on it. Okay, this is really hard to me, Aquarius, to understand. For me, when people kind of do things when they are not into me, when they are cheating, when they're showing signs of, well, they're looking in a different direction, or they're looking into somebody else, I'm out of there. I know that you're saying maybe it's easy for me to say, but you know what? It's just the way it is. Romantic feelings being cut off. There is somebody, again, just trying to kind of poke you into certain things. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, but then you have this Knave of Swords. And the Knave of Swords, again, is continuation of this 10, where you're feeling really backstabbed, and somebody's still riding this whole game and putting you, see, it's the end of the marriage again. The sun reverse, this will be celebration and marriages and unions, and now it's complete burnout. It's a verbal fight and verbal duel, I would say, over here, over something. And again, look, One of Pentacles, not going in this direction. So you want to go forward, you're putting lots of effort, the other person is not putting an effort in that. And in fact, the more effort you put, that this can be really brutal energy. Knave of Swords can talk about somebody who doesn't have a filter, where they just like really are abrupt. And yet you're just continuing with, and this is actually really good, playfulness, recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, which is really good, because it looks like here in the past you have been cut off and things didn't forward properly and didn't move anywhere, and currently you feel backstabbed and you know that somebody's moving away from you, kind of, but you want to move back. Somebody's moving this direction, so you're going this direction, and there's obviously a disconnect. Like you probably on some level are feeling foolish about it, or somebody else is feeling that you're foolish, or you feel that somebody else is being foolish about it. And of course there is one partner here that is trying to manifest, one partner is being playful, another partner has no passion in it whatsoever. See, one partner is trying to fight for it, like, you know what, I'm going to a battle for you, but you're fighting somebody who already checked out, right? This person checked out, and if the person moved on, and it's a simple, again, lesson, guys, move on. See, it's that really face that is like so, you know, unhappy. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is when we move on. We are not happy. We are not happy campers. The reason why this is why many people don't move on is like the pain is like really there. But the truth is that if things don't work out, just by sticking around, they're not going to get better in 90% of situations, or even higher. However, if you walk away and repair yourself, then you might come back to this table later and revisit and see what basically works. Because sometimes when you're burnt, and you definitely burnt, where did you have like the sun, right, reversed, it's kind of complete burnout of the things, and not able, like, I mean, scorned earth kind of thing. And it's good to heal the wounds a little bit and then revisit it, because right now, like, I mean, it's like when people are not receptive, the more you push there, the more you're going to push them away. And that's what I'm seeing in this reading over here. So what are the other people telling you? Look, that will be including me. Separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. And then you have Knight of Pentacles. And Knight of Pentacles is always a test. It's a test of endurance. And somebody doesn't want to do this anymore. Again, it's reversed. It's not moving forward. It's a separation. Like, your probably friends, your environment, everything is like pointing out to, yeah, this is not nourishing. Three of Empress. Empress reversed means that's the mother, that's the creativity. Reversed means there is no connectivity anymore, right? So look, somebody's really feeling very defensive in this kind of situation. You know, you might have, and somebody might have certain kind of like advantages to this position, but altogether this is like really not moving forward, and it's like almost like forced into it. And like, looks like the people are telling you, you are like really losing this battle. You are like, you're going to just injure yourself, you're going to get hurt even more, but you're just kind of, somebody's really insisting. And again, like hopes and fears. Release your ex. And then Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is the wife card. Now we have the wedding, and this is the wife that is no longer a wife. Somebody's releasing somebody. The time has come to clear your energy. And King of Wands. So that's a married guy as well. So yeah, the couple is no longer the couple. They are not a couple anymore. It's really clear, guys. This is coming to an end this month. I think you were holding on very long, and you see 9 of Pentacles reversed, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. And the healing didn't start yet, because Nine of Pentacles reversed means somebody really doesn't want to go in this direction. Somebody still wants to get this marital happiness, and instead getting this turmoil, nightmare. And I think the worst part over here is like that you're really acting out of your own element, that you're like fighting for this person, or somebody's fighting for somebody in such a fierce way. Because look, you have 10 and then you have 9 over here, and this is like bad energy. This is like really when you really feel lost, but it's still not devil energy. It's still kind of like, it looks like to me that you are like beating a dead horse over here. You sorry to say, but I really don't think this is going to result well, because I'm not seeing, I'm seeing your effort, and I'm really seeing that you want it. But let me ask you this way: if you have a child, and if this child wants to leave a relationship, and this other person doesn't want it, doesn't want them to leave, and holds on to them, how would you look at the situation? Would you kind of like be really worried about your child and about this whole thing? You see, this is how basically I think one partner is seeing the situation. It's kind of like it's a weight, and this is not an energy that you can have for any kind of creation. So you do have to literally walk away in order to kind of like make the situation lighter, and only then you can go back to the table and try to see what can happen with that. Okay, so let's see Lenormand. Hopefully this is going to change this tune, which kind of like was really dark, and we can go into some kind of like more happy kind of posture over here. So let's see. This can be you, this can be the partner, this can be somebody else in the relationship. So let's see what story can actually be given to us here. Okay, so Scorpio, that would be May 21st to June 20th. Scorpio, May 21st to June 20th. Scorpio, May 21st to June 20th. Scorpio, May 21st to June 20th. We have the fox, we have the house, we have the anchor, the mountain, the rider, the letter, the moon, the heart, and the clouds. So yeah, again, there is like this mountain. It's a huge burden right in front of you. You're looking at it, you're feeling betrayed. And here is this letter, the communication. You're trying to show your love, you're trying to kind of show your dedication, and pleading with, somebody's pleading with a partner, like, you're a great partner for me, I really want to be with you. There's the house, there's the anchor over here. Like really, I mean, I can see putting like lots of effort in there. But like, look, on both sides there is like the mountain, and this kind of like is a negative card, shows a big obstacle, and the rider is going in a different direction. It's certain things are just going away and away from you. So somebody's removing this anchor and going away and taking your heart basically out. Good God, is this going to get any better? Okay, let me clarify this mountain. What is this mountain here for? Oh gosh, Scorpio, I really hope this is going to be done this month. I can't read this anymore. The mountain. You know what? No matter what happens, it's going to be. You see, like there's like still the situation is still kind of eating away, but there is like sort of a light in the end of the tunnel over here. So that's a good thing. What's the fox about? You didn't get the snake, so it's you didn't get the cross. These are not the worst cards you could get here. It still talks about, you know, possibly moving on. Maybe this could be you moving on. What is the fox here about? Okay, fox. Yeah, it was like some kind of secrets. That was some kind of secretive here that kind of like was the key to the situation. What's the heart about? What is the heart about? Yeah, that's basically the wedding card and communication and, you know, love communication. What's the rider about? Rider. Okay, that's electronic communication with someone, emails. It could be communication with your kids as well. You see, that's commitment. Somebody wants commitment, the other person doesn't want commitment anymore, and I think for some of you the kids could be involved, and it's very similar storyline that I'm getting here. Okay, let's get the other significator and see. Again, this could be you guys, and this could be also ladies, or it could be the partner. So let's see. Scorpio, May 21st to June 20th. And again, this might not be your situation. This is a general reading. For your personal reading, please contact me. And sometimes it's completely different. Again, like I'm getting this fox over here. Scorpio. Scorpio. Wow, the mountain is back. The tree. The moon is also back. The fox is back. The ladder is back. The whip is back. The stork is back. And the book is back. So the only difference is the tree and the whip. And however, for this person over here, the worst is behind them. So this is really a good thing. Some kind of betrayal, some kind of sneaky behavior, somebody cracked the whip, and the healing is already taking place. And again, this could be about children, this could be about communication, it could be love communication, and it could be, again, somebody is building them strength back. But there are also here some issues. Yeah, and the mice is back. Here there are some issues as well that are still unknown, right? So this kind of like is considering this mountain that has been left behind, and like again, like something happened in the past that you were not privy to. Maybe you wanted to reach the closure, and maybe this is why you can't reach the closure, because somebody is not telling you the full scoop. And this talks about reputation. Somebody's reputation could be in question. You're questioning somebody's words because you don't think they're telling you the truth. Okay, so let me see the gypsy spread. So we are going to know more about this now. The gypsy spread gives me lots of information about emotions. So again, it's one partner, sweetheart, Scorpio, from May 21st to June 20th. Scorpio, 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 May 21st to June 20th. We have faithfulness, and then we have letter, we have wanting, waiting, pardon, we have melancholy, we have fortune, we have constancy, we have haughtiness, and we have widower. So that's a little bit different storyline. I kind of still see there's a kind of residue of issues which kind of goes back to your main reading. So widower talks about something that has been dead, but it talks about finding the strength, right? Like widower is somebody who lost somebody important, and now they managed to find strength to kind of like put themselves together and to kind of visit the grave of somebody dear, right? And Scorpio, you're like famous for kind of resurrecting yourself and pulling yourself out. It looks like you have been really faithful and holding on to kind of like your own principles, but that kind of like rendered, and you're trying to put one foot in front of another, constancy here, kind of living your daily life and doing everything that is needed. Kind of communication was here, and trying to kind of like lift yourself, having this lightness, and that was this playfulness from there. You were trying in different directions and still ended up, or you're hoping that this all going to result somehow with happy ending because the fortune is here. But then there is this widower, which is basically the last future card, the ending. So you're still fighting, you're still having this really positive attitude, and everything you're doing right. So let me just clarify, what is this widower here? What's the widower here for? You see, somebody's undecisive, somebody's scholar. Give me one more card here to clarify this. Messenger. So this is really a card that really talks about the breakups, the widower, and talks about, you know, this could be legalities of it. You know, some of you Scorpios are going to get your papers this month. And what is the fortune here? Mind you, I'm doing everything upright, so these actually cards could be reversed. So, okay. You see, the reason like some of you are holding it, even though this is a single spread, but this is still talking about kind of looking, kind of like there is like a family situation here, and you're really hoping for the sake of your family for things to work out. And this could also mean that there is a third person here involved, somebody who actually messed with your marriage or messed with your relationship over here. So what is this waiting going to, what is this waiting here for? Yeah, you see, in the end of something, the end of lies, it's going to come to an end. You know, you're trying to convince yourself that this can also actually mean that you're trying to convince yourself that you're doing for the sake of the kids, or it could be the third person over here. The interesting part to me is like that you are really not looking at all that there is another person involved, and I hope you're going to give me this explanation in the comments for those of you that this kind of applies. Why is it okay for you, and why do you work on a relationship with someone who hasn't treated you well, who basically lied to you, and you have been faithful to them? Okay, so let's see the guy here. I want to see the other significator here. Let's see. Okay, we're seeing this storyline, and we are going to see the married or the couples here as well. So Scorpio, let's see, and this could be your partner, his thoughts or her thoughts, and this could be that third person as well, because the energy is like sort of like still existing, right? Everybody just looks at a different side in that kind of crystal ball, so that's why they have a different color in front of their eyes. Okay, Scorpio, May 21st to June 20th. Friend, widower again. Wedding. Scholar. Frivolity. Messenger. Priest. And house. So it's very similar, guys. Like, I mean, widower, priest, and wedding, that's basically talking about a divorce. And looks like here that one partner wants to move on, and also it tells me that they're thinking about, they're hoping to stay friends with somebody's hoping to be friends with, but they're not even sure about that. And again, this is talking about the papers being given about, so the house would generally mean living together, but like now it's the priest next to it. So it could be like that somebody is moving away, or the kind of like, you see the house is crossing this widower. So, and the wedding is kind of like mirroring this messenger. So altogether, somebody's like, the friend and a house here together is a good combination. Like somebody kind of is living in the situation even though the situation was still friendly for them. So it looks like it's like a candle. Sometimes situations come to an end, like a candle came to an end at the end of the cycle, so that energy doesn't transfer further. So this looks like it's one of those situations. For some of you, it could be the third person. For the others, it's just like it was the end of the cycle, like that World card. It's like when you're pregnant. After you finish being pregnant, you deliver a baby. It's a completely new cycle. And for some of you, it's going to be turmoil. For the others, it's just going to be naturally moving on and going to the next phase, and with hope that you can still stay friends. So let's see for the couples over here. Scorpio couples. Scorpio couples. Scorpio couples. Scorpio couples. Foe, wedding, journey, service, hope, money, consolation, melancholy, merchant, and loyalty. Well, good news, there is no third person. So again, it's telling me, like some couples here, okay, so well, actually there is a third person here. It could be a third person. Maybe it was a third person. Okay, so there are two storylines over here that I see, or maybe even three. One is this. That was a third person who affected your union, and you guys you're working on it and trying to revive this hope, even though there's somebody who's still really affected with that. Then the other storyline is like one partner wants to get out and renegotiate this and kind of like separate, for those of you that are living together, kind of like separate your finances and kind of like move in a different direction, take their own part journey, right? And it looks like there is this other person that this person is loyal to and hoping for, but one person is standing in the way of the other people, and it looks like this is the main person over here, or a husband or a wife over here. So, and the last, the best actually story that I'm leaving for the best is like, for some of you things will work out, because the person that has been in the past has been left in the past, and it could be a negotiation of how you deal with things and how do you move forward. And maybe instead of moving forward, you'll go backward, and you're going to go back and reconcile and kind of revisit your wedding vows and kind of like see kind of what works, and maybe establish also a relationship that is based on finances. And it's going to be kind of like a part to carry you through, because definitely there is, even in couplehood negotiation, every single level is going to be talking about something about that connectivity, and it's going to be related to some kind of issues that happened in the past. So Scorpio, I'm really sorry that I'm not giving you good news. I really hope the next month I'm going to see that the healing started, that somebody showing up in your life that is kind of like be a bright star over you and watch over you. You deserve it. I think you suffered just way too much. For private reading, let me know, because your personal situation might be completely different. So contact me on my website, www.cattarot.ca. Take care, and I love you. Bye.